Please welcome to the Croydon bus scene, the IE Tram. Is it a bus? Or is it a tram? That's what I'm looking in this video to explain why it's a bus, not a tram, what do I think of it, and just overall give it a review. So let's get into today's video. Before we continue, I just want to apologize for my voice sounds a little bit rough during this video. I'm currently recording this when I'm having a sore throat, and because it's a new bus for Croydon and it's part of a pass, I'd rather get the review done out of the way, so I do apologize if my voice just doesn't sound the best in this video. But anyway, we will now continue on with the subject of the video. Just to give you a little bit of context as to what this bus is, the IE Tram is a bus designed by IRSA, and it designed to look like a tram. These started productions in about 2021-2022, and are now one of the most popular buses made by IRSA. There are two versions of the IE Tram single-decker, the rigid and the bendy bus version. The rigid appears in London, but operated by Go Ahead London on two different routes. The first is the 358 between Crystal Palace and Orpington, and the second is on the fast track routes down in Dartford. The bendy version operates in mainland Europe, operating in a number of cities, which name I can't remember because there's too many of them. These buses will soon be entering the Dublin scene, as Air Coach has ordered a number of both rigid and bendy versions to operate on the Dublin Airport or car park links. The IE trams are charged by pantograph technology, which the pantograph technology allows these buses to operate on long distance single decker routes and being charged at each end of the route. An example being the 358 at Crystal Palace. The IE Tram will be the only bus that is being released as part of this Christmas event to be single deckers. The other two buses coming as part of this event will be double deckers. We don't know what they are, but they will be announced separately on the 12th of December and the 23rd of December, with releases at midnight on the 13th of December and the 24th of December. I don't know what these buses are. The speculations are that these buses will be the BD11 and Gemini 1. The IE Tram is charged by pantograph technology, as I mentioned earlier. That black thing in the roof there at the top of the bus is where the pantograph plugs in. This is what I mean when the pantograph is being charged and the bus is being charged via the pantograph. The modelling of the bus is very detailed and is very realistic to a real vehicle. The one half door at the front of the bus is a detail that I really like, alongside its tram shape. This bus is operated by Go Ahead London, who uses it on the route 358 between Crystal Palace and Orpington, the longest single-decker route in London. The interior of this bus is a very realistic. I love the fact that these buses do not have to go ahead maquette, as is featured on the vehicles in real life. The interior, looks very realistic, with the fact that I love the USB chargers on the back of the seats. I love the iBus display on the inside of the bus, showing the destination and telling you how long you get to the next stop. I love the main iBus display here as well, showing you all of the real information on it. These are also featured on the Enviro 200 EVs that used to be on the rail on the 507 and 521 buses. The cab is another super realistic bit. I love the detail that has been provided in the cab. Stuff such as the parking brake and the accurate steering wheel make this a very realistic choice, and a choice that I absolutely enjoy from the team that created this bus. The centre door closing noise is very realistic on the bus. Here is me demonstrating it. The driving physics on the bus feel like an electric bus. The driving physics are realistic for what I expect for a modern day bus. It doesn't feel any heavier. That's probably because it's a video game. But compared to the Dead Start, which I haven't bought yet. In fact, there's one in front of us. The bus does feel like it's a realistic experience. It's fun. I wish that more operators in London would have bought these buses, as they are very useful, especially on long single-decker routes like the 358 that these operate on. Riding it inside as a passenger also feels like a realistic experience. The high back seats, it's the non-go-ahead maquette, and the realistic USB charging feels like you're actually on an IE Tram that operates on Route 358. I wonder what the Dublin Airport spec will be like once they enter service this next year. That they unfortunately didn't do is that they didn't get the mirrors work as accurate as the real vehicle. This is probably due to limitations which they have with the game. As well, that unfortunately couldn't do. Very nippy, getting from 0 to 30 miles per hour in about 14 seconds, and getting up to 40 pretty quickly as well. It's not as fast as like, let's say, the Citaro C2, but it's still pretty fast, I have to say. The bus does feel a little bit more bouncier as well compared to some other buses, but I think they simulated that very well, like on the real vehicles. It's worth mentioning that this bus doesn't have a speed cap for reversing, so this bus can go as fast as infinity headed backwards, which I think is pretty crazy, I have to say. The cockpit does remind me of the Citaro E-City Golds, but I think these use the same cockpits in real life, or cabs as I should say. The motor on the bus sounds lovely, especially being stuck behind a 312 for a couple of minutes, as seen here. But as well as that, the physics are very good as well, handling it really well. The overtaking is pretty good as well. When I overtook that 312, he crashed. That gave me a little bit of a tight space to overtake as well. The turning on this is also pretty good for an electric bus as well. Unfortunately, as this is a sim server, I unfortunately couldn't do a top speed test. What I do is after I record this clip, I head into a private server and do a top speed test on it and see how fast it really goes from Mitchell Common to Lombard roundabout. We will now be doing the herded test. This is the bit that I test to see how well the bus turns. We will be doing the turn at Woodside Green for this test and see how good it really is for turning. We are now coming up to the turning. Overall, from that turn itself, I say that the turning is pretty good on this bus. Unfortunately, it did hit the curb. I think that is the nature and tight space of the turn itself. To get the IE Tram, first of all, you need to complete every single day up to day 6, which is Saturday the 6th of December 2025. Once you do, you will then need 14,000 credits to buy the bus. Once you have 14,750 credits, all you need to do is you need to go to where you pick your bus, scroll down until you find the IE Tram, and then buy it. Do the speed test. Yes, I jumped to an arcade server for this, so I don't get banned from Sim service. This is where we will take the bus from Mitcham Common to Lombard Roundabout and see how fast it goes and what its top speed is. Right, we will get started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we are underway. Now just hold the gas on it. But we're not off to a good start. To a good start to driving it into the bus stop. Right. Okay, we're gonna go again. Right. 3, 2, 1. Go, go, go. Right, let's hope no more crashing. That was a disaster already. 7, 38, 39, 40. The last test I did on this went up to 52 miles per hour. So we see how fast this really goes. It's the best road in the game to do it this by the way. Let's cap to 49. Oh no, it's going up to 50 now. Okay, so we can get past 50. Okay, 52. We'll go any faster. Oh, 53, 53. Oh, oh. Oh, it's going up 54. Okay, 54. That's the fastest I actually had in this bus. We'll go up to 55 before we get to Lombard. That is the thing. Be interesting to see before we get up to Lombard Roundabout. This is a tough bit of the course. Go down this bit. It's about turning now, that is the issue. Oh, we hit the cow. They've actually reduced that speed. Oh no, it's not looking good. Stop. So there we go, folks. Our top speed was 54 miles per hour on the IE Tram, which you say isn't, for a bus, that isn't a bad speed. But it could be better. Let's see what the other two buses bring, because they are double deckers if they can go any faster than this. But yeah, 54 miles per hour. Wow. The quality itself and the performance of it, I say that the IE Tram is definitely worth 14,000 credits. It is one of the fastest buses I have experienced in the game myself. And as well as that, the detail on it as well as the exterior deserves praise as well. It'd be interesting to see what other buses come from this event. This is CB out. Hopefully you will enjoy the IE Tram. I will see you all next week for the next bus that will be coming from the list.